In the quiet hum of a roadside diner, with neon lights flickering against rain-streaked windows, a small act of kindness was about to change the course of two lives. She was just a waitress. Her name was Anna. A young woman, perhaps in her early 20s, with tired eyes that had already seen more than their fair share of hardship. Like many who work the night shift, Anna's life was a dance with deadlines, juggling long hours at the diner and caring for her ailing mother at home. Her days blurred together, yet she faced each one with quiet determination, a gentle smile, and a heart open to hope. One chilly evening, as rain pattered relentlessly against the glass, a man walked in. He looked world-weary, shoulders slightly hunched, clothes damp from the downpour, eyes shadowed with worry. He took a seat at a corner booth, almost as if he wished to disappear. Anna approached, the edge of her apron frayed, but her manner warm and welcoming. "Coffee?" she asked, pouring him a steaming cup before he even managed the words. He nodded, mumbling his thanks. Anna noticed the calluses on his hands, the fraying of his shirt collars, signs of someone who worked hard, perhaps harder than most, yet had little to show for it. He scanned the menu, his eyes lingering longer than usual, as if calculating not just what he wanted, but what he could afford. Anna sensed his discomfort, a look she recognized all too well from her own mirror on lean days. When he finally spoke, his voice was hesitant. "Could I just have a bowl of soup, please?" Anna nodded, offering him an extra slice of bread, though that was not typically part of the order. He thanked her again, eyes lowering to the tabletop, gratitude interwoven with embarrassment. As the night wore on, the diner slowly emptied. Anna noticed the man staring at the clock, glancing at his reflection in the window, sinking deeper into his seat. When it came time to settle the bill, Anna saw his hands trembling slightly as he reached into his pockets. He fumbled out a few crumpled dollars and some coins, just enough to cover the check, barely leaving a tip. His cheeks flushed with apology. Anna smiled gently, waving it off as she cleared his dishes. But before he could rise to leave, Anna slipped back to his table, a warmth in her eyes. "Don't worry about it," she said softly. "Your meal tonight, it's on me." Sometimes, when times are tough, it helps to have a little kindness. He stared at her in disbelief, then nodded, a tired smile breaking across his lips. "Thank you," he replied, voice thick. "Thank you. I'll make it up to you one day." Anna shook her head, brushing aside the promise. "Just pay it forward," she said, "when you can." The man lingered for a moment, then pulled on his coat and disappeared into the rainy night, leaving nothing behind but a faint ripple in the stillness. Years slipped by as they do. Anna's life was a patchwork of struggle and perseverance. Her mother's health declined, medical bills mounted, and the old diner eventually closed to make way for a new highway. Yet Anna never lost her kindness. She moved on, found another job, and carried on with her head held high. Through every challenge, she kept her heart open, always willing to lend a helping hand, even when she had little to give. Her acts of kindness, small gestures in the grand scheme, often went unnoticed. She helped neighbors shovel snow, made meals for those who were ill, and always remembered the birthdays of the children in her building, even if all she could offer was a homemade card or a simple cupcake. Anna never expected gratitude or reward. For her, it was enough to know she'd made someone's day a little better. But as fate would have it, life has a way of coming full circle. One day, years after that rainy night in the diner, Anna found herself facing her toughest challenge yet. Her mother's condition had worsened, and the mounting bills threatened to sweep them both under. Anna was desperate. She applied for assistance, submitted countless applications for aid, but doors kept closing. Each rejection letter felt like another weight pressing down on her chest. Finally, one afternoon, she saw a flyer for a new community aid program in town, a foundation that offered support to struggling families, run by a new face in the community. With few options left, Anna filled out the application, barely daring to hope. Weeks passed, until one day, Anna received a letter. Not a rejection this time, but an invitation. The foundation wanted to help cover her mother's medical bills and provide assistance for essential needs. Overwhelmed, Anna attended the scheduled appointment, anxious yet hopeful. In the modest office, she was greeted by the founder of the program, a well-dressed man in his 40s with kind eyes. There was something familiar in his manner, though Anna couldn't quite place it. He introduced himself. His name was Michael. As Anna explained her situation, Michael listened intently, offering words of compassion and assurance. When she finished, he smiled and tapped her application. "Anna, I want you to know, we're here because of people like you," he said. "Years ago, I was in a tough spot, just trying to get by. I stopped in a small diner one night, cold and broke. A waitress. Her kindness helped me get back on my feet. She told me to pay it forward. That's why I started this foundation. I've never forgotten that night." Anna's breath caught in her chest as realization dawned. The memory of that rainy night came rushing back. The man with the tired eyes, the trembling hands, the whispered thank you. Michael smiled, his gaze gentle. "I never thought I'd get to repay that kindness directly, but here we are. Consider this finally paying it forward just like you asked." Emotion welled in Anna's eyes, gratitude flooding her heart. In that simple office, the threads of two lives intertwined once more, woven together by one small act of kindness, a ripple that had traveled through years and adversity to return when it was needed most. Anna's story reminds us that no gesture is ever too small. Kindness, given freely and without expectation, sends ripples through the world in ways we cannot predict. When we choose compassion over indifference, we change not only the lives of others, but our own destinies as well. Sometimes, it takes years or even a lifetime for those acts to come back to us. But they do return. They return when we least expect it, often when we need them most. In a world spinning ever faster, it is easy to overlook the impact of a single moment. Yet Anna's quiet generosity transformed a stranger's despair into hope and set in motion a chain of goodness that reached further than she could ever have imagined. She learned, as we all do in time, that every kindness given finds its way home. So, as you go about your day, remember Anna and the man she once helped. Remember that even the smallest act, a smile, a helping hand, a meal on a rainy night, can echo across years and miles. For kindness, once given, is never lost. It always comes back, often in ways more powerful than we ever dared believe. Whispered Truths brings you quiet stories with deep meaning, tales that inspire, heal, and awaken something within. Subscribe for more soul-touching content every week.